as soon as we get the auto-brawler out, that's the next plan, is to try and get it onto mobile devices. But obviously, there's some technical hurdles and then some regulatory hurdles that we got to go through. But we're designing it to be a mobile game. It's built in Unity. We're building all that, the UI and stuff like that for it. But we just want to make sure it works and it's fun first, and then we'll tackle the other hurdles. Yes, they're going to be NFTs. The game is going to be using a mixture of mainnet assets and layer 2 assets. When you first get the powers, which you have to, maybe open the gear pod to get them, who knows, or win them as part of combat, they'll start as a layer 2 NFT. And then as you play with them and use the NFT more and more, and level up your hero, level up the superpower itself, you have the opportunity to convert it over to a mainnet asset. And so the idea is to not dilute mainnet NFTs by making it very hard and kind of skill based, whether which superpowers actually ultimately make it there. So we're launching the auto-brawler as a flagship title for this protocol, and features of the protocol, including how we're going to be doing rentals of meta heroes and other NFTs, are intended to benefit not just current Pixel Vault holders, but ideally new audiences as they come in. It will be an example for other developers maybe interested in working within the meta hero universe, for developers from outside, say from other game ecosystems, to participate in some of the features of this platform. The cores will have just like the best powers to start with, and then there's going to be multiple tiers of tournaments, and we are considering having the cores hosting tournaments, or other types of game modes built around the cores. Maybe not for the first launch, but they're definitely on our mind for the long run. So the way that it's going to work is, when you're playing in tournament mode, there's an entry fee to start, and then you have a bunch of strategic choices to make. The first most important one is how you want to assemble your team. If you have meta heroes, it saves you choices that you can make on other things in the game, like which powers you want to use, or how many powers you want to equip in your first round. And so having meta heroes gives you more flexibility in the options that you have, but you still need a full team of 3 to play. We're going to do it all browser based, so you don't need to buy a heavy rig or anything like that. Again, it's designed ultimately to go on mobile, so it's you can buy a new computer if you want, but you wouldn't need it for this game. Yes, absolutely. Every round, you're going to see the meta heroes battling out based on your strategic decisions. We have some interesting stuff that we'll show, coming up in terms of how that's going to look. But the idea here is, in your face superhero combat with, strategic decisions driving them. We're building a game where balance matters pretty critically, especially since this is a Web3 game. And so the idea is to have, staged small group play tests. We'll probably reach out to the core committee first as a first round of play testers, and then expand from there. Each iteration, we'll be improving game balance, sort of like the look and feel of it. Bugs are definitely a piece of it, but really the focus is going to be on making sure the game's fun and balanced and fair before, we roll it out to the larger community. So the traits of the meta heroes are most likely always going to play a role in the game. I think we're going to leave ourselves some flexibility for different types of games to interpret those in the way that makes the most sense. For the brawler, it's going to mean one thing. For future games, we'll have to see. There'll be some level of consistency for sure for the storytelling, but for the most part, we're going to be focusing on making decisions that make the most sense and are the most fun for the game. So the brawler is going to be sitting in this pocket universe that we referenced in the Punks 3 comic, so that in the future we can take the MetaHero brand wherever direction that it needs to go, but that we could still have this kind of moment in time that we can bring other IPs into, and have this sort of metaverse brawler mentality, or anyone can fight anyone as part of the game.